Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Arizona Cardinals 10-year rebuild here on Madden 23. We are trying to take the Cardinals from obscurity to a dynasty, and it's been a little bit of a struggle so far. We've completed 3 seasons, and it's been weird. We've got some good founding pieces. We've got some building blocks, but we need to continue to develop those guys, obviously. Continue to develop Kyler Murray. Hopefully he becomes the franchise quarterback that we need him to be. And then we just need to have another good offseason and continue to grow this team. And we should be able to build this dynasty in the next couple episodes. But this is season number 4, year number 4. Let's get into it. I can't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get this season underway. So as we always do to start the season, we have to set our season goals. Now I'm thinking we could probably commit to 7 wins. I don't want to commit to a playoff appearance because I don't know if we can consistently do that. So I'm going to commit to 7 wins, and we're going to go from there. This is what the team looks like to start year number 4. We've got some very good pieces. Kyler Murray, obviously. We're hoping that it looks like Madden got an update on player portraits. Kyler Murray looks different. They've got Kyler's his dreads as his player portrait. His in-game model doesn't look different. Brandon Ayuk also looks different too. His in-game model looks different. They updated Brandon Ayuk's in-game model along with his player portrait. That's pretty cool. I wonder who else they did. I'm recording this video after a recent Madden update, so that's pretty awesome. Kyler Murray got an upgrade. I don't know if anybody else did. I don't notice anybody on the offense. Rondale Moore still looks the same. Noah Fant looks the same. But anyway, did Christian Washington? No, he didn't. We've got Buckley as our starting left tackle. Clyde Buckley, second-year man out of Clemson, superstar development player. I'm pretty sure he was a superstar when we drafted him. We've also got Polk, who we just drafted this past offseason, Javier Polk, out of the Ohio State University. Go Bucks. So we're hopefully going to have him be either star or superstar, whatever he is. We also took Kershaw, a rookie from North Carolina, to be our future center once we move on from Connor McGovern, which could be after this season. You never know. Austin Corbett's good. Jenkins is also pretty good. Obviously, we have Bijan Robinson as well. On defense, I like what the defense is looking like. We have Jalen Carter. We have Winslow as D tackles. The pass rushing could use a little bit of work still. Corners, obviously, could use a little bit of work. Safeties I like with Isaiah Simmons and Jalen Thompson. Linebackers I like, except for Davis Gaither. He's a fine player, but he needs to be a little bit higher overall and preferably with a development trait. So either we'll look in free agency or we'll look in the draft this offseason for a new outside linebacker. But I like Quay Walker, I like Devin White, and I obviously like Willie Anderson Jr. So this team is good enough to make the playoffs. Will we do that? I have no idea. Let's go find out. I will see you guys at the midseason mark, see where this team is currently standing, and figure out where to go from there. See you then. We are at the midseason mark, and we currently sit at 5-2, tied with the Rams for the best record in the NFC West, but we are atop the Rams. We must have the tiebreaker over them so far. But we currently sit with a 5-2 record halfway through the season. I'm loving that because that means morale is going to go up and player overalls are going to go up. Brandon Ayuk playing up to a 91. Buckley's playing up to an 81. I mean, this is when we start to build that momentum and it starts to snowball into us getting really high overall players. Bijan dominating as a 91 overall. You love to see it. On defense, we've got Will Anderson not starting at left outside linebacker for some reason. Maybe he got hurt and didn't adjust. I don't know. I also should probably change his ability. He's got selfless as his ability. Let's change it to unstoppable force, and we'll give him reach elite, and we'll give him edge threat. Certainly edge threat. That's definitely something he needs to have. So Bijan, what is Bijan's other abilities? He's got Wrecking Ball, but he's also got tank and jukebox. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So at the 5-2 mark, we're looking pretty good. I'm excited to see what this team can do. We've got players that are ready to negotiate, and it looks like it's Jalen Thompson, it is Christian Watson, and it is nobody else. So we have about $27 million to decide whether to bring back Christian Watson and Jalen Thompson, or just Jalen Thompson, or just Christian Watson, or neither of them. We could probably bring back Jalen Thompson. He's only 27, and this wouldn't break the bank too much if we go for a player-friendly contract and he's coming back. So Jalen Thompson has accepted. Christian Watson, I would like to have. If we go for a player-friendly contract for him, a 4-year deal isn't super expensive. There we go. So we bring back both of those guys, and I do want to bring back Jason Sanders just because we need a kicker. So I'll go for like a 4-year deal, 5-year deal. I'll give a 5-year deal to Jason Sanders, but I'll drop the money down, and hopefully he accepts this. He's got my interest and financials in mind. The situation doesn't align either. Wow, Jason Sanders rejects my offer because I didn't offer him enough money. Very, very interesting. I thought he was a kicker, so he'd accept his offer, but I guess not. What's the mock draft looking like? How many first-round picks do we have? I don't even know how many first-round picks we have. I don't remember. Our first and maybe only first-round pick is at pick 26. We only have one. We only have one this season. Okay. I couldn't remember if we made a trade for more or not. And it has us drafting a wide receiver. So it looks like there's a pretty good outside linebacker, 2 decent outside linebackers, at least at the top. Are either of them fast? He doesn't have good speed. Technically, he looks pretty good, but his athletic ability isn't really there. 6'5" out of Clemson with great to elite speed. I'm intrigued. A finesse moves. Deontay Hawkins, on paper, looks better than Paul Hartley. So, but Hartley's got better like stats, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. This class doesn't look like there's a legit number 1, because if there's a right tackle going number 1 overall, then there's probably not a legit number 1. I don't know. We'll find out as we go further into the season, obviously. But let's simulate to the end of the season. At 5-2, I'm expecting to make the playoffs, and I'm expecting to be the 1 seed, I would think. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go see how this team finishes. We make it to the playoffs, and unfortunately, we didn't win the division. We only won 5 more games after our 5-2 start. We finished 10-7. We make the playoffs, though. That's good. We are a 87 across the board, taking on the Falcons in Super Wildcard Sunday, but the Rams did pass us for the division lead, which is a little upsetting, but you can't ask for too much. I mean, we made the playoffs. This team is looking promising for the future. With Polk being a star, that's fine. I didn't expect him to be anything more than that. Bijan is playing up to a 95. Kyler's finally starting to play well. We got to take a look at the stats and see just how good of a season Kyler had. The linebackers look good. Yeah, we're probably going to have to move on from Davis Gaither. He's playing down with bad morale. I don't know why, but Boogie Basham went up to a 79, so that's fun. So we need to look for corner, we need to look for pass rusher, and we need to look for outside linebacker in this offseason. That's what we need to go for. But taking a look at the stats on the season, Kyler Murray, 4,400 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's the kind of season that we needed to have from Kyler Murray. Very good season from him. Rushing, I mean, Bijan, 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns, just a freak of nature. Almost 5 yards per carry on the season. Absolutely insane. Kyler Murray had 365 yards. Receiving, Brandon Ayuk, 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. Noah Fant also had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Rondale Moore had 898, 7 touchdowns. Christian Watson, I'm glad we re-signed him because he was very productive. 892 yards and 7 touchdowns for him. So Kyler Murray was spreading the love and was getting some production out of his weapons. That's exactly what you want to see. Defensively, 141 tackles for Quay Walker, 9 for loss, 2 interceptions, 2.5 sacks. Devin White had 116 with 10 tackles for loss, a half a sack. Isaiah Simmons, 87 tackles, a sack, or a half a sack and interception. Jalen Thompson, 80 tackles, 3 interceptions. Will Anderson Jr., 77 tackles, 12 interceptions, 19 tackles for loss. Crazy. He was obviously the leader in sacks. Boogie Basham had 7. Carter had 5.5. Kingsley Keke had 5. Interception leader was Traverse Ward with Jalen Thompson both having 3. And then a couple other guys had 2 and some had 1. Very interesting. Good season. Good season from the boys. I would have liked to win more than 10 games, but hey, making the playoffs is a good first step. We're right there, and now we just need to move on past the wild card. Can we get past the Falcons? Come on, boys. Kyler needs to have a big game, and we lose 28-26. So we are one and done in the postseason. A little bit upsetting, a little bit of a letdown. Man, I thought we were really going to have a little sneaky playoff run or something. We lose to the Falcons by 2. I mean, it's not even like we got blown out or anything. I would have preferred to get blown out, probably. So we lose in the wild card round, and we will have to run it back for next season. But it's promising. The Falcons end up making a run to the Super Bowl, so they had the run that I wanted to have. They had the run that I thought we were going to have. They make it to the Super Bowl. Will they beat the Jets? I'm picking them too. They do. 34-28. The Falcons go from wild card team to Super Bowl champions. Unbelievable. That was supposed to be our run. It should have been me. It should have been me. That was our run that we should have had right there. Rashaan Evans is the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins MVP of the league. Robert Saleh, coach of the Jets, is the coach of the year. Cooper Kupp and Nick Bosa, players of the year. And Elton Toon, quarterback for the Vikings. And Pat Radley, middle linebacker for the Patriots, are your offensive defensive rookies of the year. So that is the season. Let's move on to re-signing period, the period of re-signing, and I think it's just Jason Sanders that we have to re-sign because I tried to do that at the midseason mark and he rejected it. So we'll have to figure out if we can bring him back or not. We have a little bit more money because I'm assuming somebody retired. That's the only thing I can think of. But here he is, Jason Sanders. Let's offer him a little bit more money. I'll give him, he's a kicker, so I don't want to offer him too much money. He's coming back. Okay, so we got him on a 5-year deal, which should take us until the end of the series or maybe 1 year before. I don't know, but we have $30 million, and there's not really anybody else I want to bring back. Maybe Trey McBride. Let me take a look at the offense. Do we need Trey McBride back? We have Noah Fant, then we have Laporte, who we took in year 1, and then Trey McBride. If we could get him on a cheap contract, I'll bring him back. But if he rejects it, then I'm not gonna franchise tag him or anything. So let's offer him. He wants to be here. 3-year contract. I'll bump the money up just slightly. I'll take the bonus down to a little bit. How's that? That's a big offer for a backup. He's happy to come back. So Trey McBride is back. We have $5 million, $25 million, and we will move forward with the off-season. View the retirements. Who retired on the team? Khalil Mack, Cameron Hayward, Tyrann Mathieu, Adam Thielen, David Bakhtiari, Stephon Gilmore, excuse me. So far, pretty good free agent class, or Hall of Fame class, I should say. Derek Watt, Brandon Scherf, Darius Slay, big play Slay, Corey Linsley, Ryan Jensen, Jake Brendel, Russell Wilson, not even on a team. That's weird. Bobby Wagner, Jarvis Landry, Kyle Fuller, Fletcher Cox. So nobody on our team retired. We just happen to have more money freed up. I don't know. Adrian Phillips, Zach Ertz, former Arizona Cardinal. He got a picture upgrade too. Now he's got the blonde hair. Huh, that's pretty cool. Bobby McCain. I think Bobby McCain got an upgrade too. Some of these guys I'm noticing got up. Max Williams certainly got an upgrade. Did any of these guys at the top get an upgrade? I didn't even notice their player portraits. An updated player portrait. So Mac looks the same. I think all these guys look the same. Matthew looks the same. Gilmore, Derek Watt, Scherf. Actually, did Scherf get an upgrade? I don't think he did. Jake Brendel. I don't really know Jake Brendel, so he looks the same. Okay, so a lot of these guys still look the same. A few of them I've noticed changed their. They got their profile picture updated. I'm pretty sure Zach Ertz got his upgraded. I don't think he had the blonde hair in his portrait. But let's move to the first period, or the first free agent period. We have a little bit of money to work with. We need corner, we need outside linebacker, we need defensive lineman. So that's what we need to look for here in free agency. What's the class looking like? Deebo Samuel, Terry McLaurin. Wow, okay. We don't need those guys, but wide receiver never hurt. We could always use wide receivers. Quarterback-wise, we're going to stick with Kyler Murray. That may be a bad idea, but we're going to stick with Kyler. We could go after Trevor Lawrence. Has nobody offering him? Ay, caramba. No, we can't go after Trevor. We can't go after Trevor. Running back, we have Bijan. Nobody's offering... Wait, hold on. Is this glitched? Okay, so there are some teams off. I was going to say, because nobody's offering any of these running backs. Dalvin Cook, I know they're older, but not even Algier has any offers. So I thought that it might be glitched a little bit, but there are some teams offering. But Alvin Kamara as a backup to freaking Bijan would be amazing. He wants to be in Arizona. Wide receiver, Terry McLaurin really wants to be in Arizona. How do we deny Terry McLaurin? I mean, come on. I don't know if we could deny him. If Debo wanted to be here, I'd obviously go for him. Tight end, I think we're going to stick with what we have. Left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, but he's 32. Everybody else is not really worth going after. Tyler Smith, maybe, because he's 25. Left guard, nah. Center, no. Right guard, no. Zion Johnson. We already have good right guards, don't we? Yeah, we already have Austin Corbett, so we'd have to move one of them to left guard. Oh, baby. I don't know what to do. Harrison Phillips. The left end is not really there. Grover Stewart's not really a guy that I want to go after. Travis Jones could be interesting. Carl Lawson. The right ends or the defensive linemen aren't really there. Left outside linebacker, David Ajabo. Doesn't want to be here. There's not really anybody else that I would offer here. Middle linebacker, Rashaan Evans just won Super Bowl MVP, and now he has no offers. Deion Jones. No, Deion Jones got an upgrade. I did notice that. Deion Jones looks different. Zach Cunningham looks different in his portrait. Nick Bonito. He might have got an upgrade, too. Or an updated, I should say. I don't know why I'm saying upgrades. They're updated, not upgrades. Teron Johnson, Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton got an upgrade, or I keep doing that. He got an update to his profile picture, I'm pretty sure. Shaquille Griffin. There's not really any corners that I want to spend money on. John Johnson III. We don't need free safety. We just re-signed. Jaquan Brisker. And what we could do with Jaquan, we could play him at safety and move Isaiah Simmons to outside linebacker. That would fill the outside linebacker hole, and then we would replace the strong safety hole with Brisker. I think that's going to be the move. We're going to offer Jaquan Brisker a decent contract because he doesn't want to be here. So we'll offer him that. 4 years. That puts us... the Rams are offering a ton of money. The Rams must be offering him a fat bag. An absolute fat bag. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I don't want to go too high because there's other guys that I want to offer, but I'll go to like 5 and 4. What does he say to that? That puts us in the competition for him. I'll leave it there. I don't know if that's actually going to get us him or not. Maybe it will. God, Trevor Lawrence is just staring me in the face. So is Alvin Kamara. I think I'm going to offer Terry McLaurin. He wants to be here, but we have to drop the money. That's a lot of money for Terry McLaurin. Jeez. I'm going to lowball him since he wants to be here, just so I can also save money. I'm going to drop this down. Drop the bonus down a lot to $3 million. Drop the contract down to $5 million. And we'll offer that to Terry McLaurin. That is a very lowballed offer. He's not going to accept it. But I want to be able to have a little bit of money left. Who was the other guy that I wanted to offer? It was Zion Johnson, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was Zion Johnson because there's nobody else here that I'd really want to go after. So it's either Zion Johnson or Alvin Kamara. We could use offensive line more than we could use a backup running back. So Zion, if we offer him that on a 3-year contract, he will not accept it because the Titans have a crazy offer. So hold on, let me withdraw. No, not that. I didn't want to go to Shaq Mason. Let me go to withdraw my offer on Zion and then go back in for him. So a 4-year deal. It's a lot of money for a guard. But if we offer him 6 and 4, what's he say to that? That puts us ahead. So we have about $1 million and I could put that $1 million into Terry McLaurin to help up his offer. So let's reject that offer. We have about $8 million. So let's lower the contract, raise the years, but lower the contract down to just under cap. Just under the cap. We'll drop his salary to about 3.5, and we'll give him $6 million over 5 years. Let's see what he says to that. That is still a 2-bar offer. We have no money left. These are the guys we're going after. McLaurin, Zion Johnson, Jaquan Brisker. I don't think we're going to get any of them, but we might as well try. Let's evaluate the offers. Everybody accepted but Terry. We didn't get anybody. Jaquan Brisker and Zion Johnson accept other offers. Zion goes to the Titans. Brisker goes to the Steelers. It's probably for the best. Terry accepted another offer as well. He goes to the Falcons. It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. We didn't really need those guys, and it would have cost me all of my available budget to get those guys in. So it's probably for the best that they didn't accept. Kamara's still here. He hasn't accepted a contract yet. Teron Johnson, I would be willing to offer a contract to, because I did say we needed corner. So if we go to targeted, we are ahead of him. But it's just the outside linebackers and all that stuff. They're just not that good. They're not really where we need them to be. So either we try to trade for somebody or we just go for the draft. I don't know, because none of this is really piquing the interest at all. So I think we just save what we have and we just move on. We don't need Kamara. We don't need Kamara, Juice. Come on. Stop staring at him. We don't need Kamara. We do need a wide receiver, though. At least we could use another one. But there's not really anybody that I want to offer. No, there's not really anybody. Odell's 33. Let's just go to the targets. Do we get Teron Johnson? We do bring in Teron Johnson. So that's an extra corner that we bring in. That's pretty nice. It's just not, there's just not anything that I wanted to get once we couldn't get Terry or we couldn't get Jaquan Brisker. I really wanted to get Jaquan Brisker because moving Isaiah Simmons to the outside linebacker spot would fill that hole, and then Jaquan Brisker would be obviously a very good safety to get. But it just didn't make financial sense to make that move, so, or to bring him in, because we just didn't have enough money to offer everybody. So 5th-year option on Willie Anderson Jr. Yeah, we're gonna pick that up. He's worth it. So we're gonna pick up his 5th-year option. Awesome. And then another one, is this Bijan? No, it's Jalen Carter. Okay, so Jalen Carter, we probably already picked up Bijan's. Jalen Carter is getting picked up as well. Perfect. Love to see it. And now we move to free agency recap. The draft is going to be weird because we don't have a high pick, and I haven't really done any scouting, so I don't know who's good and who's not. But if we take a look at private workouts, is there anybody? They have Blake Griffin out of Ohio State, the Ohio State University. Is he good? He is a fine athlete, nothing special. I didn't know Blake Griffin was coming to play football now. Good for him. Who's this guy? Tremaine Vickers. Okay, he's got great acceleration, great speed. He's a good athlete. His C block shed doesn't really impress me too much. Here's that Deontay Hawkins guy we were talking about earlier. And he ends up with elite speed. A finesse moves. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued by Deontay Hawkins. I'm probably going to use one of my things on him so that we can scout him even more and find out how good he actually is. Junior Browning looks pretty interesting too, but his D block shed. Oh, D block shed, really? Really, you're going to be a linebacker? Or you're going to be a defensive lineman with D block shed? How'd you even get to the college level? Glenn Taylor looks pretty good, but we don't need another D tackle. We already have 2 pretty solid ones. Who's this guy? Jamar Woodbury. Looks like a really good athlete. Okay. There's good players in this class. I'm going to use... Hold on. Wait, who is that? Oh, Wade Hitchens. He looks like a fine center. Who's this guy? Ben Caldwell, power rusher, but he's got poor speed at the linebacker position. Really? Poor speed at the linebacker position, and you're a first-round pick or projected? Alani Reese. Man, these defensive linemen have no moves at all. They've got C and D pass rushing moves. What are we doing here? Give me Jamar Woodbury, give me Junior Browning, and find out more about Deontay Hawkins, I guess. Sure, those are the guys that I'll use it on. I don't know what we're going to do in this draft. I have no plan. Usually, when we come into the draft period, I have a little bit of a plan, but I have no idea where we're going with this. So, all right, how did they do? Are they better athletes than I thought? So we've got Deontay Hawkins. We've got him 90% scouted. I mean, he's got that elite speed. He doesn't look like a first-round pick, in my opinion. What about Junior Browning? He's also at 90%. Solid speed. That D block shed is just throwing me off. How do you have D block shed? Who was the other guy? It was this guy, Jamar Woodbury. Very athletic tight end. Looks like a great tight end. I don't know. Let's go to the draft. I have no plan on what I want to do here. I don't even know if I want to trade up. I don't even know if it's worth it to trade up. Is there anybody in this class that's even that good? I have no idea. Saints have the #1 overall pick. Let's take a look at the roster. So we have Kershaw and McGovern. I'm going to trade McGovern, actually, because I think we have a solid new starter in Kershaw, so we'll do that. The offensive line still needs a little bit of time to develop, but it's good. Kyler went down to star? No, he didn't deserve to go down to star. He had a good season last year. He had over 4,000 yards. Nah, Kyler, you're going back up to superstar. You did not have that bad of a year to warrant going down to star, so back up to superstar. Back up to superstar you go. On the defense, Devin White, I guess we'll keep him at star. I don't think he had an amazing season, but he didn't have a bad year either. I don't know. This team just looks like a lot of mid right now. Quay Walker and Devin White, Will Anderson, obviously a good linebacking core, but the corners definitely need some help. This team's in a weird spot because, like, we're good, but we're not elite. And I don't think anybody in this draft is elite. Felix Charlton goes #1 to the Saints. Then we get Jaquan Davis to the Chargers. Christian Meyer goes to the Broncos. Zach Hancock goes to the Packers. So a run on quarterbacks. Then Tremaine Vickers, Brandon Forbes, Blake Griffin goes to the Panthers. Glenn Taylor, Paul Hartley. There goes Junior Browning. I think we just sit back and take whatever is available. There goes Deontay Hawkins, Lamar Kidd, Daryl Layman, DeAndre Bynes, Alani Reese, Jerry Lipton, Levon Subtle? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Emmett Briggs, Dominic Drummond. No, I don't want to. Oh, we are. I was gonna say I don't want to make my selection. We are up, so I have to make my selection. So who's here? The tight end is here. Do we really use a first-round pick on a tight end when it's not, like, necessary? I looked at Ben Caldwell, didn't I? Yeah, he's the one with poor speed. That's right. We could either trade back or we could take the tight end. I don't know if the tight end's going to be good, but I think we just take BPA. Let's do it. Jamar Woodbury, welcome to the team. Hidden development tight end, 6'6" out of Penn State. 76 strength, 84 speed, 88 excel, 86 agility. He looks like a great player. Who knows if he's going to be generational or not. I don't think he will be. Let's skip to the next round, our next pick. Let's see who we got here. Is that center off the board? I think that center's off the board. He could have been very good. Yeah, that center is gone. But there's also this guy, Rod Gibson, who could be a fine player. What about guard? Or tackle? Tavares Perkins. Tavares Perkins looks like a great player. I think we'll take Tavares. Is he better than this guy? Jerry Elliott? I think Tavares is a better athlete. Let's take Tavares Jenkins. He's hidden development, so that's 2 straight hidden development players, first and second round. That's awesome. We'll skip to our 3rd round selection, and we'll move into the next spot. Who do we take? Is that other left tackle there? No, the other left tackle got taken. Who's this guy? Cedric Blake? Kind of mid. Right tackle. Left end, not really seeing anything there. Not seeing anything on the right end spot. D tackles are all gone. This guy, Doug Carruthers. Elite speed. But the block shed and the finesse move is just killing me. Is he a pass coverage? He is a pass coverage archetype, so that makes more sense. Doug Carruthers, welcome to the squad. I'm going to take you solely based on your elite speed. Hidden development, 88 speed, 89 excel, 86 agility. He could be a star development outside linebacker for us. Who knows? And maybe he fills the spot that Akeem Davis-Gaither has right now. That could be a possibility. But that's 3 straight outside, or that's 3 straight hidden development picks. So we're hitting on all cylinders right now. Let's go to the cornerback spot. Is there anybody good left in the corners? Great speed, but that's a waste of a pick. Everybody else is day 3 here. There's no corners left that I want. Free safeties. No. Strong safeties. This is where we could find somebody maybe. Not this guy. Darrell Wise, not good. Otis Randolph is not great at all. I don't think there's any free safeties available. Right outside linebackers. Who's this guy? Jason Thomas. Decent athlete, and he's got okay numbers, but his power moves are an F. What about Glenn Walsh? I like his athletic ability, but he's a speed rusher with F block shed? No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Middle linebackers. Devin Orr. Are you good? You're not really that good. No, not worth it. Not worth it. Let's see. Who's this guy? Taylor Westerman. Not a good athlete and not good overall. All right, we move to D tackle. This guy's still here. I saw him last time. Jabari Thompson out of Ohio State, the Ohio State University. But unfortunately, we don't need another D tackle, and he's not really that good anyway. Right end. I wish I could find. Why does everybody have bad block shed? I mean, good God, how did you even make it to the draft process with F block shed? What are we doing here? All these guys are bad in terms of their just base numbers. It's not worth drafting them. Offensive lineman. Maybe there's a sneaky offensive lineman we could grab. A impact block, A lead block. He's probably got normal development though. Tommy Trent out of Alabama. Not really worth it. Right guard, we've got Cortland Driver. Hardly know her. Not good. Eric Davis. There's not really any value here. There's not really any more value. I might just have to chalk it up to either trading these picks away or letting the CPU take it from here, because there's just not anybody that I want to take at all. Is there anybody that might be fast as a wide receiver? This guy, Julius Pittman, has D awareness, F catch. Okay, he's fast. That's literally all he is. All he is fast. He ran a 4.24. He was the fastest receiver at the combine. But he can't do anything else. You know what? I'm taking him. He's hidden development because he's got 99 speed. Oh my God. 99 speed, Julius Pittman. You can't do anything besides run. You're a straight burner, but that's all you can do. But I'll take it. That's 4 hidden development players, and I'm just going to trade the rest of these picks because I don't want them anymore. Let's go for the Bengals. They'll give me a 4th round pick. I have back-to-back 4th round picks, actually. We'll trade this pick away as well. There goes Jabari Thompson. He just didn't look that good. We'll take a pick from the Bills. Thank you very much, Buffalo. And now we have a 5th rounder. We'll skip to that. Trade this away. We have 2 5th rounders. I can get a 4th rounder from the Browns, so thank you there. I appreciate that. Cleveland. Skip to our other 5th round pick. Trade it away. And we can get a 4th rounder from the Texans. Appreciate that, Houston. We're just accumulating all the 4th round picks. Give me all the 4th round picks. We have a couple 6th rounders that we are going to maybe get a 5th for. Nobody wants to offer a 5th? That's fine. We'll just take a 6 from the Commanders. And then we have one more. How many do we have in the 7th round? I don't even know. But we'll take a 6th rounder from the Broncos. Appreciate you. And then we move to the 7th round. And who's in the 7th round? I don't know. How many 7th round picks do we have? We have a lot, actually. At least 2. Can I get a 6 from somebody? No, it doesn't look like. Oh, I can get a 6 from the Jets. Thank you, New York. New York, New York. We have 3 7th round picks. How many 7th round picks do we have? Jeez. Anybody else want to give me a 6? The Giants do. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Trading up to get a 7th rounder. It's going to be worth it. He's going to make your team. And this is the final pick. We had a lot of 7th round picks, but next year we won't have any because we will only have 6th round picks. Except for, I thought the Miami Dolphins were offering me a 6 last time. Okay, we'll just take it from the Bears, I guess. Swap 7 round picks this year for next year, and that is our draft. So we drafted every single player that we drafted had hidden development, especially that wide receiver, man. 99 speed. Literally all he does is run. That's all he's good at. But he's got hidden development. So we end up drafting Woodbury, who's a 73. 73 for Perkins. 72 for Carruthers. 65 for Pittman. But 99 speed. His acceleration is 91. So he doesn't get to his top speed very fast. But when he does get there, he's very fast. So let's take a look at the rest of the draft. Was there anybody that we missed out on that was actually really good? Blake Griffin ended up being a 79. Good for him. Christian Myers is 77. So this draft class was just kind of mid. A lot of mid right there. A wide receiver is your number 1 player. Whatever. Not mad at it. We got everybody that we needed with hidden development, so I'm happy about that. And we move on to the next season, year number 5. With a new team ready to go, taking a look and seeing what we got. Kyler Murray, Bijan Robinson, what an offense. We've got our receiver that we drafted is so bad that he's not even at the top of the depth chart because he's a 65. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna trade Connor McGovern, and I am going to make McIntyre a starter at outside linebacker. We're gonna trade Davis Gaither. I think that's a good thing to do. So let's do that right now. Actually, let's do that right before we end the video. Let's trade some players. Let's get crazy. So we're gonna trade Davis Gaither and Connor McGovern. McGovern, who wants him? Actually, what's his offers? He's got some decent stuff here. Nobody that is crazy, but I didn't expect it to be crazy. Not really great value for him. Tommy Tremble, but we just drafted a tight end. Not great value for Connor McGovern. I bet. Who needs a center that's green interest? There's got to be a team that has green. Okay, there we go. There's a couple. The Seahawks need him. I bet that I could get like a third rounder or a second rounder for McGovern. I can almost get a second rounder for McGovern. I'm going to just throw in something else. They need a D-tackle. I don't have anybody. I don't have a lot of depth at D-tackle. What about left outside linebacker? We have McIntyre and Carruthers. Oh, there's Davis Gaither, Nate Donaldson. You know what? We could just... I don't know. I want to get different offers for him. Let's go to... Who do we have at corner? We don't have a lot of depth at corner, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's trade Barry Coffee. That moves it up a little bit, and then we'll just throw in a draft pick, I guess. We have a ton of them. We have a ton of fourth-round picks. Let's throw in a fourth-round pick. That gets us a second-round pick. Perfect. Love to see it. We have an extra second-round pick. And now we'll trade Davis Gaither, and we'll make Michael McIntyre. I think it's Michael McIntyre. We'll make him the starting left outside linebacker, and Will Anderson be the starting right outside linebacker. So Davis Gaither, goodbye. You served the team very well, but you are going to be gone for something. He's obviously got better offers. Ronnie Hickman. I wonder if Davis Gaither could get us a first-round pick. Do we think that Davis Gaither could get us a first-round pick? That'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Who needs Davis Gaither's services? The Eagles do. They have pick 19. Okay, I didn't think that was going to be possible. The Bears needed him also, and they had like pick 27 or something. So maybe that's a possibility. That is more of a possibility. Davis Gaither might be bringing us a first-round pick, and I'm not mad at it whatsoever. Let's trade a fourth-rounder. Trade offer accepted. So Davis Gaither and a fourth-round pick gets us a second first-round pick. And yeah, it's pick 27, but who knows? Maybe the Bears have a bad season, and we are able to get a high first-round pick. I also need to bring in a backup quarterback. But let's start Michael McIntyre at starting left outside linebacker with Carruthers behind him. And then starting right outside linebacker, we make it Will Anderson Jr. Starting at right outside linebacker. Corners look good. Well, look as good as they can. Then we go to wide receiver, and we make Julius Pittman. He's going to make the team because he's hidden development, so I just want to find out what he is. He might also make the team as a kick returner because he's got 99 freaking speed. This guy's got 88 speed. Nah, forget about it. Put Pittman at kick returner and punt returner. 99 speed. Forget about it. Forget about it. All right, so we have 2 first-round picks now for next episode, which is awesome. We also have our new center, Kershaw. I need to bring in another running back and another quarterback for next episode, so I'll do that. But there's Pittman down there at the bottom with his hidden development. And then on defense, we've got Anderson Jr., Quay Walker, Devin White, and Michael McIntyre. I like that. Okay. So we still need to work on pass rusher, still need to work on defensive line, still need to work on corner. But right now, the team is good. I think the team is ready to make a run in the playoffs. We made the playoffs last season, or this episode, I should say. And we got bumped in the first round by the eventual Super Bowl champion Falcons. Is this team better? That's to find out for next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Just Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.